Hey there, ladies. If you're over 70, it's time to stop tolerating things that don't serve you anymore. In this video, I'm sharing 10 things you shouldn't be putting up with any longer. And number 4 will definitely get you thinking. Stick around, like this video if you agree, and let me know in the comments what you're done putting up with. And don't forget to subscribe for more empowering tips. 1. Neglecting your own needs. For many women, especially those who spent years nurturing family and others, it's easy to push their own needs aside. You might have been the one who made sure everyone else was taken care of while you quietly let your own needs fall to the back burner. But if there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's that you can't pour from an empty cup. Now more than ever, you need to be intentional about caring for yourself. This isn't just about physical health, though that's certainly important. It's about tending to your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being too. Whether it's taking the time to read a good book, enjoying a peaceful cup of tea without being interrupted, or getting outside for a little fresh air, these moments are essential to living a fulfilled life. One of the simplest but most effective acts of self-care is scheduling regular checkups. Don't wait for symptoms to worsen. Regular doctor visits, preventative screenings, and keeping up with your medication can make all the difference in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Remember, your well-being shouldn't be a secondary thought. It's a top priority. Taking care of your mental health is just as vital. This could mean seeing a counselor, practicing mindfulness, or joining a support group with other women who can relate to your life stage. As we age, we sometimes feel a sense of loss, be it of loved ones, independence, or purpose. The best way to deal with those feelings is not to keep them to yourself, but to seek support and share your journey with others. Self-care is the foundation of your strength. So remember, you are allowed to take time for yourself without feeling guilty. Feeling obligated to attend every event. When we reach our 70s, many of us find ourselves invited to all kinds of events: birthdays, reunions, family gatherings, and community events. While it's wonderful to be included, there's something we don't talk enough about: the power of saying no. For years, many of us have attended every event we were invited to out of a sense of obligation or duty. We didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so we showed up, often at the expense of our own energy or peace of mind. But here's the truth. At this stage in life, it's time to stop overextending ourselves for the sake of appearances. You've already given so much of yourself to others. The children's birthdays, the extended family dinners, the neighborhood BBQs, it all adds up, and frankly, it can be draining. Attending every event may have been a way of connecting with others, but at this stage, you are absolutely entitled to choose the ones that truly matter to you. Instead of going to every invitation out of a feeling of obligation, start being more selective. If a gathering excites you, if it brings you joy, then by all means go. But if the event doesn't resonate with you, or if the thought of going makes you exhausted or anxious, simply say no. And don't feel bad about it. Respecting your own time and energy is essential for a balanced life. There's nothing wrong with choosing peace and tranquility over social obligations. In fact, the more you respect your own needs, the more you will find joy in the events that do matter. Just remember, by saying no to the things that don't fuel you, you're saying yes to the things that do. 3. Putting up with toxic people. Here's a tough one. Toxic people can be hard to let go of, especially when they've been part of your life for years. But as we get older, we have less patience for drama, negativity, and unhealthy relationships. It's exhausting dealing with people who drain you rather than uplift you. So why do we put up with them? Maybe it's because we've known them for a long time. Perhaps they're family members, close friends, or longtime colleagues, and we feel like we owe them something. Let me tell you, you don't owe them anything. The truth is, you have the right to surround yourself only with people who lift you up, who support you, and who bring positivity into your life. Toxic people can include those who are constantly complaining, putting you down, causing unnecessary drama, or manipulating you into doing things for them. Maybe it's the friend who always wants to talk about their problems, but never listens. When you need someone or a family member who takes advantage of your kindness, it's time to let them go. Cutting ties with toxic people doesn't mean you have to make a big, dramatic exit. It can be a quiet but powerful act of self-care. Set boundaries. Maybe you reduce contact with them or gradually stop answering their calls. And don't feel the need to explain yourself. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. Yes, it may be difficult at first, especially if these people have been in your life for a long time. But letting go of toxic relationships is freeing. The fewer negative people in your life, the more space there is for healthy, positive relationships to flourish. You deserve to be surrounded by people who respect you and treat you with kindness. Let them go and make room for those who truly value your time and energy. 4. Sticking to outdated beauty standards. Oh, how the world has tried to define beauty for us over the years, hasn't it? From the glossy magazines of our youth to the ever-present media influence today, there's been an unspoken rule about how women should look, especially as we age. Well, I say it's time to toss those outdated beauty standards out the window. Let's face it, age brings wisdom, grace, and character. So why are we so obsessed with fighting every sign of aging? Why dye our hair to cover up the silver strands that tell the story of a life lived fully, or undergo treatments that cause us more stress than benefit? As women over 70, we've earned every single wrinkle, laugh line, and gray hair. There's no need to try to look younger. What's more important is looking and feeling like yourself. Embrace your natural beauty. Own the changes in your body and face as badges of honor that represent your strength and experience. Want to wear your silver hair proudly or don a more comfortable outfit instead of the latest trends? Then, do it. You don't need to chase an impossible younger version of yourself, and you shouldn't let society dictate what beautiful should look like at any age. Let's not forget that real beauty is about being comfortable in your skin, not pretending to be someone you're not. When we stop striving to meet someone else's idea of beauty and focus on authenticity, we radiate confidence and joy that is truly stunning. It's time to celebrate the beauty of getting older and the freedom it brings. Settling for low expectations. Women over 70, we often forget just how much power we still hold. Somewhere along the way, many of us learn to shrink our dreams, minimize our needs, or accept less than we deserve because we think that at this stage of life, we should just settle. Well, it's time to retire that mindset. You deserve to live life on your terms, no matter what stage you're in. First of all, don't settle for unhealthy or unfulfilling relationships. If you're in a friendship or a family dynamic where you're always giving and never receiving, it's time to reevaluate. Set boundaries, have open conversations, and make it clear that you expect respect, love, and mutual care. Don't accept behavior that devalues you simply because that's how things have always been. You have the right to demand respect. Second, stop accepting less than what you want from life in general, whether it's taking on tasks that overwhelm you, working in a job that drains your spirit, or staying in a routine that doesn't serve you. There's never a better time to change things than now. Want to start a new hobby? Go for it. Travel to that destination you've always dreamed of? Book the ticket. Just because society might tell you your time is past doesn't mean you can't have dreams, aspirations, and the drive to achieve them. Living with low expectations makes the second half of your life feel like a dull routine, but you can spark excitement and purpose by expecting more for yourself. Whether that means setting new goals, learning something new, or simply allowing yourself to ask for what you need, don't hold yourself back. Age is not a limitation. It's a gateway to living with more intention, confidence, and passion. 7. Living in the past. It's natural for women over 70 to look back on the past, whether it's reminiscing about their younger years, looking back on the experiences that shaped them, or remembering the loved ones they've lost. But if we aren't careful, we can get stuck living in that past, either wishing things were like they once were or allowing those memories to hold us back from the joy and opportunities that exist now. Here's the thing. The past is beautiful, but it's behind us. And while memories are precious, they don't have to control your present or future. Continuing to long for what was, whether it's a past relationship, career, or way of life, can keep you stuck. That precious time you have now is for living, fully in the present moment. Yes, it's important to honor your past and carry the lessons it has taught you. But now's the time to embrace the opportunities that come with this new chapter of your life. Whether that's discovering a new hobby, connecting with people, or pursuing adventures you never imagined, don't hold back. Time is short, and as we age, we realize just how important it is to make each moment count. Live in the present. Look around you and ask yourself what goals, dreams, and desires can be pursued today, no matter your age. The past has shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. You get to decide who you are now and who you want to be moving forward. Overcommitting your time and energy, it's easy to do. I get it. We've all been there. As women, we're often conditioned to feel like we need to be everything to everyone: mothers, daughters, friends, caregivers, and more. And as we age, there's a part of us that can still feel the urge to help, to be needed, to fulfill those roles. But at some point, you've earned the right to say no when your energy is running low. At this stage in life, we sometimes forget that we're allowed to preserve our energy for the things and people that matter most. Whether it's constantly hosting family gatherings, offering advice on every situation, or simply saying yes to every favor asked of us, we tend to overcommit ourselves without taking stock of whether it's something we truly want or need to do. And let's be honest, overcommitting isn't just tiring. It also takes a toll on our health and happiness. It's okay to set limits on how much of your time and energy you're willing to give away. Say no to extra responsibilities that drain you, and say yes to things that bring you peace and joy. You've done your fair share, and now it's time to embrace the concept of balance. Your energy and time are precious, and you're entitled to focus on the activities, people, and self-care that make you feel alive. So the next time you feel like you're stretching yourself too thin, whether it's for family, work, or a commitment you don't feel strongly about, give yourself permission to step back. You have every right to say no, or not this time, and to keep your energy for the things that truly align with your needs and desires. 9. Avoiding the conversations that matter. As we age, we often get caught up in the day-to-day routine or become reluctant to bring up tough topics, especially when it comes to our health, finances, or end-of-life matters. However, avoiding these important conversations can leave us unprepared for challenges down the line. It's easy to brush things under the rug, assuming that they'll be dealt with eventually. But the reality is, having these conversations now can save a lot of stress and confusion later. Let's start with healthcare decisions. It's essential to communicate your wishes to your family members, caregivers, or doctors about the care you want, especially if you want to avoid any unnecessary treatments or want to ensure you're treated the way you envision. Advanced care planning might feel uncomfortable, but it provides peace of mind and keeps your loved ones from having to make difficult decisions for you without knowing what you want. The same goes for finances. We often avoid talking about money, especially with children or loved ones, out of fear, embarrassment, or simply not wanting to deal with the intricacies. But the sooner we have clear conversations about financial plans, investments, retirement savings, and even our wishes when we pass on, the less anxiety you and your loved ones will face. Let your children or trusted individuals know where things stand and where to find your financial documents. Communication around finances empowers you to maintain control over your future. Additionally, it's worth considering talking to your loved ones about your desires and preferences for socializing, living arrangements, and activities, especially as your needs change. These open conversations can ease tensions and strengthen relationships as they provide understanding and direction as family members might need to step in. Talking about health, finances, or future needs may feel like heavy, topics, but it's a form of self-care and empowerment. Don't let these conversations slip away. Take the lead so you have the peace of mind that your wishes will be respected and your legacy will be clear. 10. Compromising your happiness to avoid conflict. As women, we are often taught to be peacekeepers, to maintain harmony at all costs, even if it means sacrificing our own happiness. Over the years, we've learned to say yes when we meant no, to pretend everything is fine when it's not, and to avoid uncomfortable confrontations. But here's the truth. It's time to stop compromising your happiness just to keep the peace. As we get older, we realize just how precious our time and well-being are. No longer should we put our true feelings aside for the sake of avoiding conflict. You've spent a lifetime nurturing relationships, being there for others, and making compromises. Now it's your turn to put yourself first. And that doesn't mean being rude or selfish. It means recognizing your own needs and advocating for them. Standing up for yourself doesn't have to lead to dramatic blow-ups or hurt feelings. It simply means that you don't have to agree to everything, pretend to be happy when you're not, or accept treatment that leaves you feeling diminished. Healthy conflict is a part of life, and the important people around you should be able to handle a little honesty. Whether it's expressing your needs to a family member, communicating with friends about boundaries, or asserting yourself in a social or professional situation, your happiness is just as important as anyone else's. And don't forget, discomfort and disagreement are part of healthy relationships. The more you hold back your truth, the more resentment builds up, and the less fulfilling your connections will be. Allowing yourself the freedom to express your desires, needs, and preferences leads to more honest and genuine relationships where you aren't always playing a role to keep others happy. You've earned the right to speak up, and it doesn't need to be done in an angry or confrontational way. It just needs to be done with confidence and a deep understanding that you're worthy of respect and consideration. When you stop compromising your happiness for the sake of others, you will find a deeper peace within yourself, and the relationships you hold dear will be strengthened, not weakened, by your authenticity. So go ahead and take back your time, your joy, and your peace of mind. And hey, if you loved this video, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiration. Also, sign up for my newsletter if you want even more tips and stories on how to live your best, fullest life. Remember, no more excuses, ladies. It's time to live unapologetically. See you in the next one. Hi there, lovely. Mornings are more than just the start of a new day. They set the tone for everything that follows. And believe me, a few missteps in the morning can quietly chip away at your health, energy, and even your happiness. So stick with me until the end as I walk you through the 10 things you should absolutely never do in the morning as an older woman. By the end, you'll have everything you need to make each day brighter and better. Oh, and don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below sharing your morning routine, and subscribe for more life-changing insights. 1. Skip hydration. First thing in the morning. Let me paint a picture for you. Overnight, your body has gone about 7 to 8 hours without a single drop of water. That's hours of breathing, sweating, and metabolic activity all happening while you sleep. When you wake up, you're naturally dehydrated, and many of the symptoms, feeling tired, achy, or even irritable, are your body crying out for water. Skipping. This first simple step can cause all kinds of havoc: slower digestion, sluggish energy, headaches, or even foggy thinking that makes it harder to stay on top of your day. For older women, hydration is especially critical because your body's ability to sense thirst naturally decreases with age. Here's a tip. Keep a glass or a bottle of water on your nightstand or near your kettle as a visual reminder. Bonus points. If you add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or even a pinch of Himalayan salt to your water, not only is it refreshing, but it also helps replenish electrolytes and give your digestive system a gentle nudge to get moving. You'll be surprised at how awake and alive you'll feel after just a glass or two of water. Stay in bed scrolling on your phone. We've all been there, haven't we? The alarm goes off, and instead of getting out of bed, your hand instinctively reaches for the phone. You think, I'll just check for a few minutes. 10 minutes turn into 30, and suddenly you're still lying there with your head full of emails, news, or the seemingly perfect lives of others on social media. Here's why this habit is so damaging. When you start your day scrolling, you're essentially letting the outside world dictate your mood. A frustrating email might put you on edge, while a negative news headline might leave you anxious or sad. Social media comparison games can chip away at your self-confidence before you even brush your teeth. It's no wonder that, instead of feeling energized and inspired, many of us get out of bed feeling overwhelmed or discouraged. Instead, replace this habit with something that sets a positive tone for your day. Consider keeping your phone away from your bed and using an old-fashioned alarm clock to wake up. In those first precious minutes of your morning, try something grounding. Stretch, say a morning prayer or affirmation, or simply take a few deep breaths to appreciate the quiet of the day's beginning. Starting your day focused on you rather than the digital world can make an extraordinary difference. Skip breakfast. Breakfast, the most important meal of the day, and yet it's often the most neglected. For many older women, skipping breakfast can be a dangerous habit. As we age, our bodies rely on proper nutrition to maintain muscle mass, energy levels, and even mental clarity. But when you skip breakfast, you're depriving yourself of the very fuel your body needs to function its best. The consequences can sneak up on you. Skipping breakfast slows your metabolism, makes you more likely to reach for unhealthy snacks later, and can even affect your blood sugar levels. If you find yourself feeling faint, jittery, or cranky by mid-morning, your body is essentially shouting, "I need food." The good news is that breakfast doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Aim for a balanced meal that includes some protein, fiber, and healthy fats. For example, a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and a sprinkle of chia seeds is quick, filling, and packed with nutrients. Or try whole grain toast with smashed avocado, a sprinkle of salt, and maybe an egg on the side. If you're not hungry in the morning, start small, a handful of nuts, a banana, or even a smoothie. Just make sure your body gets something nourishing to kickstart your day. Breakfast isn't just a meal, it's an act of self-care that tells your body, "You're important, and I'm taking care of you." 4. Stay in your pajamas too long. Let me tell you something. Your brain picks up on subtle cues all day long, and what you wear in the morning sends a powerful message. When you stay in your pajamas, you're subconsciously telling yourself, it's still time to relax. This can make it harder to be productive or fully embrace your day, even if you're not leaving the house. It's not just about productivity either. It's about self-respect and self-care. When you take a moment to put on something comfortable yet purposeful, you're reminding yourself that you're worth the effort. That doesn't mean you need to dress like you're headed to a formal event. A cozy sweater and some leggings are perfect as long as you feel put together and ready to take on the day. Think of this small act as a ritual for shifting your mindset from rest to action. It may seem minor, but you'll notice a big difference in how you approach the rest of your day when you start it with intention. Watch or read negative news. The world can be a stressful place, but do you really need to dive into all the doom and gloom first thing in the morning? Watching or reading negative news the moment you wake up is like loading your emotional plate with stress before you've even had breakfast. It can leave you feeling anxious, drained, or even defeated. Before your day has a chance to begin, here's the thing: the news isn't going anywhere. You can always catch up later in the day, but your mornings are sacred. Instead of consuming negativity, choose to surround yourself with positivity. Read something uplifting, a chapter of a book, a quote that inspires you, or even a funny comic. That makes you laugh. If you're worried about staying informed, set a dedicated time later in the day for catching up on the news when you're better prepared to process it. Your mornings are your time to build energy, not drain it. Treat them like a golden opportunity to nurture your mind and spirit. ignore your skincare routine. Your skin tells the story of your life. It reflects your care, habits, and lifestyle. Skipping your morning skincare routine is like turning your back on a daily opportunity to protect and nurture yourself. And as we get older, our skin needs a little extra love to stay healthy and radiant. In the morning, your skin has just spent hours repairing itself while you slept. It's the perfect time to cleanse, hydrate, and protect it from the day ahead. If you're skipping sunscreen, you're leaving your skin vulnerable to harmful UV rays, even on cloudy days or when you're indoors near windows. UV damage is one of the leading causes of premature aging, including fine lines, wrinkles, and age spots. Make your skincare routine simple but effective. Start with a gentle cleanser to wash away any overnight buildup. Follow with a hydrating moisturizer to lock in moisture, and never, ever skip sunscreen with at least SPF 30. Consider adding a vitamin C serum for an antioxidant boost that can brighten your skin and protect it from environmental stressors. Think of your skincare as an investment, not just in how you look, but in how you feel about yourself. There's something empowering about taking those few minutes each morning to say, "I'm worth it." 7. Jump straight into a chaotic schedule. Mornings can feel rushed, especially if you've got a lot on your plate. But starting your day by diving headfirst into chaos is a recipe for overwhelm. When you jump straight into tasks without a moment to pause and gather your thoughts, you're likely to feel frazzled before the day has even properly begun. This is especially harmful as we age because stress takes a larger toll on our bodies and minds. It can increase blood pressure, drain your energy, and even weaken your immune system over time. By prioritizing calm and intention in the morning, you're giving yourself a better chance of handling whatever life throws your way. Start with a clear plan. Before you go to bed, jot down the most important tasks you'd like to accomplish the next day, just 2 or 3 key priorities. When you wake up, take a moment to review your list and ease into your schedule gradually. This approach helps you stay in control and eliminates that frantic, "What should I do next?" feeling. Remember, mornings are your foundation. Build them with peace, and the rest of your day will feel far more manageable. Skip morning movement. Movement is life, and your body craves it, especially in the morning. Skipping even a small amount of physical activity in the morning can leave you feeling stiff, sluggish, and low on energy. For older women, this is particularly important because regular movement helps maintain joint flexibility, muscle strength, and overall vitality. Now, let's be clear. Morning movement doesn't have to mean a full-on workout. A simple 10-minute stretching routine, a gentle yoga flow, or a brisk walk around the block can work wonders. These activities get your blood circulating, warm up your muscles, and give you a burst of natural energy to carry into your day. One of the best things about morning movement is its positive impact on your mood. Physical activity releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones that help reduce stress and improve your sense of well-being. You might even notice that you approach your daily tasks with more optimism and focus when you make time for morning movement. The key is consistency. Even on those mornings when you feel like staying in bed, remind yourself that just a few minutes of gentle motion can set the tone for a brighter, healthier day. Load up on sugar and caffeine. Sugar and caffeine might feel like your best friends in the morning. They're quick, easy, and give you that instant boost of energy. But here's the catch. They're also the sneakiest culprits behind energy crashes and mood swings. Too much of either can leave you feeling jittery, anxious, and even more tired than you started as your blood sugar and energy levels crash mid-morning. For older women, balancing your blood sugar is essential to maintaining steady energy and protecting your overall health. Foods high in refined sugar not only age you faster, but can also contribute to inflammation, which affects everything from your joints to your heart health. Meanwhile, loading up on caffeine can interfere with hydration, digestion, and even sleep. Later in the day, the solution? A balanced breakfast that combines protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Instead of starting your day with a sugary pastry or a giant mug of coffee, try a protein-rich smoothie made with almond milk, spinach, and a handful of berries. If coffee is non-negotiable, pair it with water and limit yourself to 1 cup in the morning. By fueling your body with the right nutrients, you're setting yourself up for sustained energy, better focus, and a much brighter mood throughout the day. Your mornings deserve better than a quick sugar hit. Feed them with care. 10. Neglect a moment of gratitude or mindfulness. In the rush of the morning, it's easy to focus on what needs to be done or the challenges that lie ahead. But when you skip a moment of gratitude or mindfulness, you're missing out on a simple yet profound way to shift your mindset and boost your emotional well-being. Gratitude is more than just thinking happy thoughts. It's about training your mind to focus on the positives in your life, no matter how small. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude can reduce stress, improve sleep, and even enhance overall happiness. For older women, this can be a transformative tool for staying resilient and content in the face of life's changes. How do you practice it? Start with something as simple as jotting down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. They don't have to be monumental. A sunny day, the taste of your morning tea, or a kind word from a loved one all count. If writing isn't your thing, take a few moments to sit quietly and reflect on what makes your life meaningful. Pair this with mindfulness, which involves being fully present in the moment. Even a minute of deep breathing, where you focus solely on your breath, can help clear your mind and reduce anxiety. When you center yourself with gratitude and mindfulness, you're creating a powerful shield against negativity and setting a calm, optimistic tone for your entire day. Which one of these are you most guilty of? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share it with a friend who could use some morning inspiration. Also, sign up for my Savvy Senior newsletter. Every week, I'll share more tips and insights to help you live smarter, happier, and healthier. The link is down below in the description. Here's to mornings that leave you glowing and thriving.